mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Avery's in the background dancing to the theme music, and this is off the rails already. This is off the rails. Welcome back, guys.
It will do that to you.
This is off the rails already.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining. We're your hosts. I'm Malcom. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot. We're here with you guys in the building. What's good?
Man, everything is great. Everything is great. Preparing to get down to Atlanta and have an amazing experience with the people. As you can see, today I decided to wear the white Gathering of the Masters t-shirt. Hit shopurbanx.com ASAP.
Yes,
if you're trying to get one to wear to the event. If not, you just have to get down there and see us. When we're there, we're going to have plenty of merch, plenty of outstanding pieces we're bringing, because, you know, our catalog is extensive.
It is.
And so, but
it is.
Here's the kicker, Malcolm. Everything we bring is going to be $30 or less.
Snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Whoa.
So everything, because Rich kept the price down, you know, for people to enter, we're going to keep the price down for people to engage, enjoy, pick up a couple of pieces. If you see something you really, really like, you come get it. We're going to make it available. You know what I mean?
That white is blinding me right now. Like, it's the glare. It's glaring up my glasses. I can't even look at it. Couldn't even look at you, man.
And of course, for the ladies, again, you know, these are on the site now. We didn't have them on the site on what was that? Monday. But they on the site now. You buy one of these, you put the rest of this stuff in there.
Exactly. I like where your head is at. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys had an amazing week. Thank you for closing it out with us. We appreciate it always.
Always.
All right. So, how was your week?
Week is, again, busy, man. Sitting here, getting all of this stuff. We're bringing tons and tons of dope stuff. Of course, we're going to have books. We're going to have hats. We're going to have merchandise. We really going to do it up. Journals that we had left. We really going to do it up, bring it to you. Everything $30 or less. I'm expecting you to just grab it all and get done with it. So that's what we've been doing. Tomorrow, I attend the funeral of my brother's mom's, who's also like a mother to me. So that will close out my week to make sure that her transition, is done properly, you know?
Yes, absolutely. All right. I had a great week. Busy
Okay.
as well. Let's get to some roll calls and then let's get to some stuff, guys. Let's talk about some
Yes.
stuff. All right. I see Houston in the house was good. I saw Atlanta or Hotlanta was happening. Everybody. Who else?
Columbia, Ohio, in the
Durham,
building.
North Carolina was good. Hartford in the building was good.
Peace from LA, I love it, in the building. Brooklyn, Baltimore, Clearwater,
Detroit
Florida,
was happening.
Alabama, Cincinnati, Nolens, Hartford, Detroit.
What's 717? Shouts out to y'all.
Shout out to 717. Italy is in the building.
Somebody said they headed to Tokyo in the fall, but they're gonna wear some Urban X merch out there. Shouts out to you.
Lovely, lovely. We are world renowned.
Absolutely. St. Louis was good. Thank y'all, man.
Virginia.
Thank y'all for joining us. South Central LA. Heard you.
Yes,
Heard you.
yes.
Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Wilmington, Delaware, Justice Born was happening. Via Edenwald. Man, I got some stories over there. I went to high school
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Man, oh man. Shouts out to y'all. Gary, Indiana. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Let's get to some stuff. Let's get to
I
some
want to
stuff.
first like to wish Chuck D and Professor Griff from Public Enemy a happy birthday.
Happy B-Day. I feel like we just wished him a happy birthday. Might
I
have
know.
been
That's
last
how
year.
fast the year's going by.
Yeah,
And remember, they're
crazy.
born on the same day, the same year. What are the chances
Yeah.
that happens? So shout out Chuck D. Public Enemy to me is one of, if not the most important hip hop group of all time, in my humble opinion. What they stood for, the message, when we needed the message, how the message was packaged and delivered. It came through loud and strong, and they shift the paradigm of consciousness for young revolutionaries, young artists, young shakers and movers. And Griff was the first person to be canceled.
Yeah.
Culture canceled, and he's
Yeah.
still here. So shout out Professor Griff for standing on his square till this day.
Yes, all these years later. That's actually crazy. That's actually like a really wild stat to think about. Like,
Yes.
it's crazy.
Yes.
So, speaking of Professor Griff and Chuck D, I kind of wanted to talk about Yachty real quick
okay.
because he was just on the Flagrant podcast and he kind of said that he just recently listened to the Black Album and Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z. And, he was giving, his takes on it and stuff like that. But I'm again, of two minds, right? So I understand when young people come in, they do their own thing. They kind of set their own path, and you shouldn't really be shackled by what came before you if you want to do something new, right?
Uh-huh.
Fine. However, I do think there is something to be said by if this is your profession, you should be a sort of connoisseur in your field. Like, you should know what came before you. Even if you don't want to go that direction, you should understand what came before you, why it came before you, why it was impactful, why people liked it. You know what I'm saying? I think football, in sports, in music, in writing, whatever it is that you do, if you call yourself a rapper, you should just know staples in your field. And him saying that, and I feel like a lot of young artists, they wear that as a badge of honor. Like, I don't need to listen to that. Or like, I didn't care about Jay-Z. I'm from the South. I get it. But I still think if you talk to older rappers from the South, you talk to older rappers from New York or the West Coast, they know the staples of each coast and each region, because if you're a music lover, if you take this seriously, that's how it should be. So I just, nobody should listen to Yachty around any music takes. Is my long way of saying that.
Well, here's the thing with that, Malcolm. If you want to know where you come from, where you're going, you need to know where you came from. So we understand that
Right.
principle, right? But
Right.
when you're a rapper and you come in on a timeline and it's about really making money and being popular, understanding what came before that may confuse you. Because
Yeah.
a lot of those early artists, some of them partied, but there was more of a purpose that went with it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
remember, those first artists are coming from R&B, soulful, a revolutionary time period, and people forget hip hop in its inception was rebellious. You know what I mean? It was different than what our parents were used to in every aspect of the word. However, the music was of their vibration because with James
Right.
Brown and all of those soul records and things of that nature. And so you had no choice but to know the origins of it. But hip hop has come so far. And in 50 years' time, if Yachty hits the timeline 35 years in, it may be too much for him to go back that far if all he wants to do is be popular, come out with a couple of cool raps, make some money, and travel. And that's where we are with the
Yeah.
disconnect between eldership and, today's particular artists, because they have lowered the vibration so much of the art form that you don't even have to take pride in being able
Yeah.
to rap, or if you was a DJ, now you could just get on them little Seratos and them little Spindels and call yourself a DJ and know nothing about digging in the crates, know nothing about two actual turntables. And so we're in a cookie cutter stage where they can manufacture more artists instantly than
Yeah.
ever before. So knowing who Jay-Z was, and for him to make the statement, he wasn't really into all the instrumental stuff because on, I believe, the Black Album or one of them, Jay-Z
Yeah.
used a lot more instruments
Yep.
than he did, actual sampling and, things of that nature. And so he said he wasn't into the instrumentation, but it all comes from instrumentation. Even the sampling came from people who actually
Yeah.
played instruments. And so
Right,
that's
right.
an ignorant statement on his part, but he represents a young generation whose reference point is the last artist they heard.
But why is it always hip hop where you don't have to be like, as you call it, like down by law? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be of it to reap all the rewards from it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
CJ, I'm going to football now. CJ Stroud, if you listen to him talk football, you would think he's been in the league for 10 years now. And he's
Right.
going into his second year because he's that much of a student of the game.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? There's
Yes.
certain artists like Tyler the Creator. When he talks music, he talks music. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not just rap. He's talking music.
Right.
And I'm just like why don't we
Well-
why isn't like a thing where we have to like vet you before we even let you?
There used to be a time, like we said, when you was down by law, you couldn't
Yeah.
come out sounding like anybody. You couldn't bite anybody's style. But because it was very few artists in every region, and so you could quietly monitor, yo, bro, what's that? Once
Yeah.
it became a global thing, and once it became an instrument of destruction used
Yeah.
by other people, then all bets was off because we would have never allowed. You see the bar Queen Latifah and them set with ladies first, and how ladies demanded their respect and kept their clothes on. We would not have allowed Little Kim and Foxy and Trina and all of that to even spiral, and even they in today's market was safe.
That is tame compared
That's
to
tame,
now.
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so But remember, I told you these people, they never retreat. So whatever they move, they deal with your bull and they stay there and they keep moving. And now you basically got to show your butthole and have no rhyme skill. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting for the first porn star rapper. Like, I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I'm not talking.
It's right for the market for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, hip hop in its totality. When I talk to people about hip hop, most of these people I'm talking to, they're talking about rap. So they're talking about an MC.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And not even a DJ half the time. When you talk about hip hop, you're talking about a totality of expression. You're talking about something that had no rules to it. It was the only music that had no rules. If it was dope, it was dope. You could sample jazz, rock and roll, pop, opera. If it was dope, it was dope. You could be anything, of any genre. If you could qualify that you belong to be here, and we allowed that. Once this thing became corporate and it became about strictly money, mind control, psychological, prisons, and a vehicle for so much more to sell products, to create mindsets, we move in a whole different area in which the rules have become very, very different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Lil Yachty represents a generation of people who feel, I don't have to listen to my elders, forget them.
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing. And then when the people who are the gatekeepers allow it, because they're gonna make money, there are no rules, there are no standard. Even in basketball, there's still a standard. You know what I mean? And how we conduct ourselves, how they do things. They're students of the game, and all the other sports, but not hip hop. Hip hop is just because
like in sports, obviously the equalizer is like you're playing against somebody, right? Like it's on display for us to see. You can't fake it. Even if you want the narrative to if we're watching Bronny have a rough time out there, like we're watching it, right?
Yes.
In hip hop, people don't realize like how easy it is to fake these numbers. And to fake like what they can't fake is these ticket sales. That's why a lot of them are canceling shows and they link up together. And that's when you're starting to see like, okay, so that's really not doing that well, or it's not doing as well as we make it seem. So that's kind of the only
equalizer, because you can't cheat your way through sports. Even if you get a free ride, eventually you're gonna have to play against somebody, and you're gonna have to show and prove. If you're a cornerback and you keep getting beat, then you're getting beat, bro.
Right.
In rap, they can look. Drake is a totally manufactured artist.
Yeah.
So they can manufacture and take you to the top. Side note, I listened to Rakim's new album, and I like it. I'm not gonna say it was phenomenal or anything, but for the first time in Rakim's life, he did a whole bunch of features. Rakim never did features. On his albums, he was famous for doing no features. Okay. You know what I mean? I talked to him when he was down with Tim, when I was down with Tim Dog, and Tim was trying to get Rakim on a feature, and I knew damn well Tim wasn't gonna get Rakim on a feature because he just didn't do that. You know what I mean? So we had an extended conversation back then. I wound up giving him my book, Hip Hop Decoded, later. So I think this is his way of kind of paying homage to a litany of random artists you would never think he would do these features with, and it's only 7 songs, 7 representing God. I think it's the prelim to him dropping a full length, but he kind of wanted to pay homage to the culture itself. Nice. So I'm a big up Rakim for that.
Nice.
Definitely worth a good listen.
All right. Okay. So yeah. I just wanted to start the show for that because that was kind of like, on my heart a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Wait a minute. Let me hit the station identification.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Let's talk Trump. Let's talk it. that has been making its rounds, and it did what it was supposed to do, I think, social media wise. So Trump accepted his invitation to the NAJB, which is the National Association of Black Journalists, and which he was interviewed by three journalists, and it I don't know what anybody else expected, but it was what I expected. It was a complete mess. They came out super aggressive. I'm talking about the journalists, which I'm not gonna lie, I do appreciate, because as I said before on the little piece I did earlier, I like when journalists are in front of somebody who they probably feel a way towards, and you ask hard questions. You ask what you want to know. Fine, I'm all with that. The only point I made is I hope that if they get Kamala Harris in front of her, they too ask some hard questions.
That was a great point you made. That was a great podcast you did yesterday. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope they just keep the same energy, because
They won't.
yeah. But what that does is it shoots your credibility down.
Yes.
Because I just know now, okay, so this organization of quote unquote journalists are only for Democrats. That's all they're there for. They're only there to tell the Democratic story. And you could see that the way Roland Martin was mad at him not being invited there, or him not being able to speak, or like some of the questions that were asked, he thought they were soft questions and stuff like that. But when he was in front of Hillary Clinton, he was showing her how to legit shuck and jive.
Yes.
Like legit. You get what I'm saying? So that was my point. And then what I also don't want, for the people who didn't catch it, what I said earlier, what I also don't want is for them to make a hard correction on having, if they get Kamala Harris, having 3 black men up there, and they actually go hard on her, and now it just kind of feeds back into the narrative that it's black men against Kamala Harris.
Right.
Because I can 100% see that happening as well, because that's just how our media goes, and that's just how we like our narratives.
Yes.
So,
and again,
no, go ahead.
I think what we saw from Trump is what I expected. He was going to be short. He was going to be curt. He was going to be obnoxious at times. He was going to avoid real questions. But he came into the lion's den. And by coming into the lion's den and standing his ground, to me, he added to his white votership. He added to the notion that the more black people shift, who are a minority in this country, let's be clear, shift to Kamala, the quiet sentiments of real, almost racist white people just fortified something has to be done.
Yeah.
So it looks as if he was taking a beating in there, and he was winning every round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It all depending how you see it.
Yeah, because I saw people when I saw like both sides. I saw people going, "Oh my God, look at this pizza! Look at him, boom, boom!" And then I'm seeing, "Oh my God, look at this pizza!" And then they talking about the journalists because they quote unquote were attacking Trump. He looked like the victim. He looked like, he came in good faith. And in the lion's den, I'm saying this all in quotations. Don't get mad at me. And then they all pressed him, and they all asked these disrespectful questions, and they were being rude to him and stuff like that. So it kind of just fed his base a little bit more. And I don't know, guys. Watch the videos back. Watch the Q&As back. It did seem like the crowd did not like some of the questioning. It did. I don't know if you guys peeped that. Just go, if I could be wrong. It seemed like instead of cheering for the questions that were asked, and it seemed like they were taking back like, yo, like that's whoa. That was kind of the tone I was getting. So the plan actually might have backfired on them.
Yeah, again, remember, this is a game of chess. And I want to add, these 2 teachers, I just saw this report, they did a science experiment, a history experiment, where they staged a fight between two teachers in front of the students, right?
Okay.
And then, you know, they left the classroom, and then the principal came in and asked each student to write down what they saw. And they say each one of those kids had a different perspective based on what teacher they liked.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And
That's
what
interesting.
perspective and angle. And so history is written in that capacity. When
Yeah.
you watch an event of this magnitude, it's always about the perspective of the person you like or don't like. If you
Yeah.
don't like Trump, man, them black sisters going at it. They was giving him the business. If you like Trump, you were like, yo, he handled that like a G. They kept cutting him off. They wouldn't let him speak. He was answering all questions. And that's how human psychology just works. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
if you consider yourself unbiased and you're just watching it and reporting it, even if your unbiased opinion is really unbiased, based on who you like, you will call me capping for Trump or you will call me capping for Kamala.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what journalism is about. And when you get in the field of journalism in any capacity, you have to understand that comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
So
I've-
you
I-
get in my
listen.
comment section and wild out on me.
Yeah, guys,
know?
y'all learned me something good with this, with the Kendrick and Drake's, because it was like an election with that too.
Of course.
Like, yeah,
Of course.
oh my God, y'all learned me
Yes.
something good, because I was saying like, yo, I think this, and I think that. Oh, Malcolm, you a OVO stand. Oh, Malcolm,
Right.
blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Now it's Malcolm, you a MAGA. Blah, 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 blah. And then I said on my Facebook, right, early this week, because I mentioned Kamala Harris bringing out Meg Thee Stallion at her rally in Atlanta. And I said Republicans and Democrats love to bring out rappers for black people at rallies because clearly they know we like hippie hop music. And then somebody got in my comments and said, how is Meg going up there twerking and Amber Rose going up there, and for the Republicans the same thing, because one was twerking and one was intelligent in her response. And I said, oh, like, okay, facts. However, the Republicans, she was still in a music video, Amber Rose,
Yes.
called Trump Baby. You can look it up. It's on YouTube right now. So they still are using, and I'm saying, and I made the point to
And
say
she's
both
still a rapper to them.
to them. They called her a rapper on
Yeah.
her tagline, and when they called her up. So again, I specifically said Republicans and Democrats to kind of lay that point out.
Right.
And again, depending on who you like, because all of a sudden then I'm caping for Kamala because I didn't. It's weird. It's weird.
And your dad has been
It's not
trying to
weird, I
prepare
understand
you
it,
for
but-
this for a very long time.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you can't get involved. You can't get emotionally involved. And
Yeah.
I get accused of being too stoic and non-emotional. Is because emotion leads to mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mistakes in your judgment of things you say. And when you've done nearly 500 shows, I've made plenty of mistakes. I try to correct them, especially if somebody corrects me on it. And they go, Dot, you was out of pocket. I go, you know what, you're right. So I'm not gonna sit up and say I've never been emotional, but I try to refrain from it because you make mistakes when you're emotional. You know, it's facts
Yeah.
over feelings. That's it.
Yeah.
That should
Yeah.
be the next shirt. Facts over feelings.
Yeah.
And when your feelings are involved in any capacity, you just you lose, you lose your footing.
Absolutely. So Amber didn't twerk. We know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
she
Amber
still
did call she called herself a slut. How many times? And then she
But no,
tried
but
to change the
even that.
acronyms.
Okay, even that. I'm talking about how they see how they need to win over black people, not
Right.
with policy,
Right.
not with actual no. They need a celebrity that might appeal to the blacks.
At the end of the day, and if you're gonna tell me Amber is an intellectual who understands any policy, you smoking crack.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's the point I'm making.
Whether
So-
she rapping, twerking, slurping, whatever the hell you want to call it, it has nothing to do with education, homelessness, health care, child care, none of that. None of that. They don't, let's make it real, let's slow it down. They don't feel they need to cover policies that really affect our lives. They figure celebrity worship will get the job done. They don't do that to white people. They bring out people who cover policy and is concerned about real issues in their community. For us, it's a rapper, it's an actor, it's a ball player. It's the things that emit emotion, feelings,
Yes.
not facts.
Yes, idol worship. That's all we're saying.
Idol worship. That's it.
That's all we're saying. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Now we could also talk about. Let's talk about the Meg at the Kamala Harris thing. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody there who cheered for that. That's bad. I actually heard it wasn't a lot of people there.
Okay.
Like the way the camera angle was showing, like it was packed. But I heard like it wasn't really a lot of people. Somebody said that they were paying homeless people to go in there to kind of fill out the crowd. Don't know how true that is. I'm not there. But that was bad, nonetheless. Very bad. She had Quavo come up because she said Trump don't walk it like I talk it, child. And then Quavo comes out. I was just like, come on, bro.
That was bad.
Come on.
And you should be offended. Not you, but collectively. You should just be like, are you serious? Y'all gonna keep running the same play?
Yeah.
It's bad. But
It is.
they're gonna have to start kissing the ring, is what I said last week. All of these athletes, rappers, actors, whose job, if they are part of the Boule, the Talented 10th or whatever, is to keep you sleep.
Yeah.
They have to assume their positions, whatever they are, and they have to act like they're poor. Most of them are Republicans because they're rich. You know what I mean? And they get tax breaks and all this other stuff. But their job is to appear as if they are the people going through the same thing you and I are going through, and they are not.
Yeah.
But they have to play their position. I don't care what you said about Kamala in the past. She's the one in control now. She's the one that we're behind. So we're all gonna get in line. And if you're a rapper, come out with your raps. If you're an athlete, come out and speak your piece. If you're, you know what I'm saying, an actor, we're getting behind Kamala. And so that they can keep you, the sooner you realize these people are not for you on any side.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The sooner you get to realize you in this by yourself, and you need to think about your own personal interests. And if your own personal interest is to not vote for either one of them, don't vote for either one of them. Make you sleep well at night.
We saw these people for the traitors that they are during 2020. They told you to take the thing when they probably themselves didn't take it.
Yes.
They told you to vote for Joe Biden. Come on. Like,
yes.
Come on. Like, if you guys watch The Godfather. Whoever tells you about this meeting is a traitor. Whoever tells you to vote for these people is a traitor.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we see it. Like, it's been there how many times, but I don't know.
But Malcolm, let me say this.
Yeah.
That was centuries ago. In the world of social media. COVID was 4 years ago. That shit was like 25 years ago. Yeah. In dog years or some shit. Yeah. Right? And so the amnesia of our people is astronomical. We just forget and we move on until they hit the recycle button, and now we're back talking the same shit. This shit is so crazy. I'm getting ready to start playing my campaign videos, the skits we did, and they're gonna be just as relevant now
Yeah.
as they was 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
It's gonna be people in the comment section or who just joining us
Yeah.
who've never seen them before. Gonna be like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just the reset button.
yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, I had something to say really quick. It'll come back to me later. No, what I was gonna say, because somebody said I'm getting gray hairs from these arguments. I had like 3 tweets. I was on Twitter. I've been like off it for not as much as I've been on it. But I saw everybody attacking Maul from the Rory and Maul show, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast, because he's been just kind of trolling people with saying like he's for Trump and he's not for Biden and stuff like that. Then he came out today and said, "Yo, I'm not voting for any one of these liars," right? And people got so mad at him for his opinion, and called him dangerous because he has a platform and he's spewing dangerous rhetoric. And I'm saying, yo, for people who claim to want these changes and claim to be really tough against white supremacy and want their just due and want their rights and want their reparations, you guys are soft as shit. If somebody's opinion can get you so mad and so in your feelings that he can't talk about who he might vote for, who he does want to vote for, who he doesn't want to vote for, and then it gets you that angry. And then I thought, why am I getting angry at them being angry? I gotta chill too. So that's what I said. Like I was literally tweeting. I said, nah, I'm gonna delete it. Let me fall back because you get what I'm saying. So like literally, I'm saying out of all of it. I muted everybody's name,
Malcom.
and I've cleaned up my algorithm, my timeline, and everything. So that's it.
Here's another equation to it. You don't even know if those were people.
That too.
That's a big portion of this. This thing is so advanced now.
That too.
You don't know if they're people who attacked him or the sentient beings, back to the Matrix, who heard some key words and then the sentient beings go attack. And you know what I mean? And this guy's dangerous.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith, remember, back in the Matrix, Mr. Smith was everywhere.
Yeah.
He was a vibration. He wasn't an actual person. You sitting there and you say something that triggers and now Mr. Smith is in your face.
Yeah.
So everybody is a potential Mr. Smith. And now the machine world itself has Mr. Smith everywhere. That's why I don't get in online debates about any subject online.
Yeah.
I make a few points and I keep it moving. And I'm telling you guys to do the same because you could be, listen, a big vein could be coming down the middle of your forehead and you could be talking to a machine.
You know what I noticed? People don't know how to take it when they can't pin you down. Mm-hmm. When they can't get a full, he is this or he's for that. And if you go, nah, I listen to all of it. Or, I don't really care about any of it.
Right. No,
Or,
that's
you get what I'm saying? Or
you have to be one way or the other.
Right.
That's the way this human psychology works.
And if it doesn't, if you're not, it makes people uncomfortable, like about you. Like they looking at you like, yo, what's this person's problem? Like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you didn't take
Somebody
the jab, bro, it was people who were ready to kill you.
Guys, so somebody said y'all do real quick. Y'all do more defending than acting like y'all stance is neutral. I want to say this. This is episode 485. We came on, when did this show start? This show started in 2018. That was in the middle of the Trump run. Like that was in the middle of his first run. Go back and watch those episodes and ask us if we were defending him. That's all I want to say.
That's too much work for these people. That's all
I want to say. Right?
I didn't say nothing about. We didn't say nothing about Trump all day.
They think because we're not defending, because we're going at Kamala Harris.
Kamala is the one on the timeline. We just got finished saying the Trump situation is a win or lose based on how you feel about it.
We just like legit said it, and everybody is again hearing what they want to hear.
Malcolm,
And-
let's move on.
Yeah,
We
real
got
quick. I
15
want
more shows of this shit. Dude, you know,
Yeah,
niggas-
real quick.
Niggas
Somebody
can
said,
have
"Man,
this.
nobody watching Rory and Maul." Side note, I think they have a better show than Joe Budden's podcast now. I like my personal opinion. I think it's
I
a
don't
way
watch
easier
them, so
listen.
I can't defend or, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a way easier listen. Joe's podcast, he turned it into a reality show where there's like 4 underlying stories within every episode. This person might get fired. This person said something slick about this person.
Oh,
This
okay.
person not really agreeing. This person got suspended for a month. And Rory Moore show, they just talking, shooting shit. It was the energy that the Joe Budden podcast used to have when they were on it. I think they did a really good job of attempting to kind of recapture that. So it's not as hard of a listen. And it's only how many people on that show? Joe's show is like 10 people. It's like 10 mics.
I'm gonna take your word for that because
Yeah.
I don't watch either one of their shows. I barely watch this show, and I'm on it.
Facts. Thank you for the super chats, everybody who donated. Totally appreciate it. If we didn't get to it, we was too busy arguing.
Yes, yeah,
with you
arguing.
guys.
I
All right, let's get
appreciate.
to some more stuff.
Let's take a commercial break, huh?
Oh, is it time?
I
Okay,
think it's
I was
time.
in the zone. I was in the zone.
Mama Doc said it's time. Chris
Oh, my
Bird,
fault. We
thank
got
you.
bills to pay.
Yeah, we
All right,
got
we'll
bills
be
to
right
pay.
back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Turn a New Leaf, where we believe in the power of nature to heal and transform. In a world filled with synthetic solutions, we offer a different path. A path rooted in ancient wisdom. Just as every leaf in nature has the potential to change and grow, so too do we have that potential and power to transform our lives. Our mission is simple: empowering individuals to reclaim control of their health. Behind every product is our team that is dedicated and committed to harnessing the power of nature to provide you with safe, effective solutions. So whether you're looking to support your immune system, improve your digestion, lose weight, or simply enhance your overall well-being, we have something for you. So take the first step on your journey to optimal health. Visit our website today and start turning a new leaf with Turn a New Leaf. Nature's solution for a healthier, happier you. See you on the other side of health.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, sending infinite thanks to your higher selves, your legions of angels, your ancestors, your spirit animals, and divine source itself for allowing us to continuously connect in this time and space. I am so grateful to be a beautiful vessel to assist you on your journey and help facilitate healing. Be sure to visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, where you can view my blogs, exclusive videos, and schedule all of your services. I can also be reached at 786-828-8722. Be sure to also view my YouTube channel, where I have hundreds of videos for you on your spiritual journey. Thank you so much, wealthy family, and until we connect again, Stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.
And we're back.
Yes.
So there's NFL going. The Hall of Fame game is happening right now.
Oh, they bringing that? It's that time?
Yeah, Texas versus the Bears, and they unveiled the new kickoff thing that they're doing now. Because
How is that?
so they actually were doing it in the XFL a year before, and they did it in the UFL. And I knew that's what they were doing. They were trying everything out there to kind of bring it to the NFL. I think it cut down on injuries because they're not running full speed from 50 yards into each other.
Yeah, that's violent.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Okay.
It's different, like, what happened to the game I love type thing, but,
Well, change is inevitable.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah. Somebody said they like the new kickoff. All right.
Yeah. So, shouts out to Mr. Darius. Me and the wife enjoying the show. Appreciate you.
Appreciate
guys.
you always.
So, let's get to some more stuff.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So, got some big news yesterday. Huge news. News I never thought I'd see ever. They freed the world boss. No, you're supposed to hit the bomb, man.
The bomb?
Gunshot. Right, you gotta hit the gunshot, man.
Rewind.
But yeah,
Blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Facts.
Liquor
No,
shot.
so yeah.
Liquor shot.
So Vybez Kartel, he's been free from prison after, I think he was in there 13 years. I remember when he got locked up. That was actually wild. He was jailed after his conviction was overturned by UK judges in March. So shocking. I thought he was gonna die in jail. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said,
Wow. So what were the actual charges?
Murder.
Murder.
Yes, murder.
Murder.
Yeah, and they never found the guy, and I don't think they found the murder
because
weapon
him
either.
Gone, him dead, him 6 feet under, him long gone. They never find him.
And I believe they got him on text messages, basically saying like, make sure y'all never find him. The guy's name was Lizard.
I make sure you never find him, buddy.
Yeah.
Me no care what you do.
Yeah.
The judge
Yeah,
not
so
have
like
nothing.
I'm telling you, I didn't think he was gonna be out. I did not think. So, but he's out. So a lot of people are hyped, but he does not look well.
Okay.
At all. So I think he should kind of take some time, lay low, get healthy before any like new music comes out. I think he put out a mixtape today. I'm dead ass serious.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, he getting ready to come and tax everybody. Everybody
Yeah.
got to pay the tax.
Yeah.
When the boss is home, everybody got to pay a tax. You know how that go, Mal. So you was out doing your little jingles and shit, making your little money. It's tax on that now. You know what I mean? And so I'm glad I'm not in the Jamaican music business. Then I'd have to fork over, And so, you don't want them kind of problems. He looks scary.
Oh no, Vybez, and listen, man.
I would
But
play him
he
because he looks like he could get shit done.
Oh, absolutely. Especially he's from the Gaza, and Movado even shouted him out. If you guys are unfamiliar, Gully versus Gaza beef, that was a real thing. Especially when I was back in high school, like that was a real thing, and it was so real that was happening in Jamaica, and it caused like beef in the Bronx,
Yes,
like uptown Bronx, like it caused
remember.
beef. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's how deep that beef is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, crazy. The Gully versus the guys. Yes, bit by side. Yeah. So we'll see. Drake shouted him out by wearing a shirt, stuff like that. Side note, LeBron and Savannah were in the Olympics. They were watching the Olympics, and Savannah was wearing a PG Lang shirt. That's Kendrick's brand.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Listen, I think lines are being drawn. I really, really want to know what he did
Who
to
did?
make all these niggas. What Drake did to make them niggas that mad. Like,
First
everybody.
Of all, okay, he was probably sleeping with everybody's wives
Like,
because he was a
golly.
sucker like that. If you sleep with Lil Wayne's girl while he down,
That was crazy. That was
then
crazy.
all bets is off with anything that you're capable of doing.
That was
And it
crazy. Yeah,
also
you're right.
means you have low self-esteem when you got to go for other people's girl like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so it proved again, he's a sucker. Don't get me wrong, I've listened to many of Drake slaps, in the car. I think it's safe for like teeny boppers because he don't kill nobody or really get too vulgar. Then he started crossing line. I'm talking about early Drake was almost like pop music. You know what I mean? The young ladies liked him because he was, he pouring out his heart. That's why I came up with the name Dr. Ache. I just split his name and shit because he was always in pain.
Yeah.
And women, he was emoting feelings. And then I think he started feeling himself like he was.
Yo, I think it was the
valid.
Meek. I think it was the Meek battle.
Yes.
I think that's when, like, if you kind of like listen to the change in his music, that's when he really started talking tough because he caught a body.
He caught a body. And he started believing the hype.
Yeah.
And the fight may have been fixed. Meaning, come on, once you understood this nigga was hopping around on a bunny hop and shit. Then I saw him box and I saw his hands flail like this. Whenever I see a grown ass man hitting a body bag and he ain't pop.
Yeah.
Even if I ain't never hit the body bag, I'm
Yeah,
gonna make sure.
two good ones.
Yeah, camera watching, cameras on.
Yeah.
Pow!
Yeah.
Add a little extra sound effect. Oh, don't fuck with Dot. So I hit that bag. This nigga was like, pow, pat, 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 pat. And then I seen the nigga run and do a cartwheel flip.
I saw that.
I'm like, everything about this nigga says he drink Gatorade. Everything.
Yeah.
So you caught a body, okay, cool. And then you start thinking you tough because they in your corner. Yeah, nobody fuck with you, Drake, nigga. You putting out. You start believing that shit. And Kendrick's like, I know this nigga don't think he like a real fighter or some shit, a real MC. And so, as we have it, history has, he put a spanking on that boy, something serious.
Yeah.
And so, and plus everybody, Malcolm, everybody wants to be on the side of the winners.
That too.
So whoever's winning, niggas is like ready to jump in and get in and wanna Don King that shit, hold up.
Yeah. That too.
Only in America, shit. So
That too.
yeah. So Drake ain't have a chance.
All right. Okay. That was just something else.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So the feds are making Dame Dash sell his stake, his 33% in the Reasonable Doubt album. They're putting it up for auction.
How's that? Is it because of his back taxes or something?
I think so. I think he doesn't have the money. He got sued and lost.
Okay.
And I don't think he has the money to cover it, so they're liquidating his assets. And
wow, that's a major move.
It's one of his assets.
That's a major move if that has to fall through because to me that's the only, I can't say the only leverage, but that was his ace in the hole.
Yeah.
And so now if he has to do that, that could be serious.
Yeah.
Because after you pay that debt, it might not be nothing left, and you could be standing on nothing.
Yeah. And the thing with Dame is it's interesting because I do believe him to have a great business mind. Right? I do believe that. I just feel like he's letting ego get in front of like new moves he could be making because it feels like every time somebody interviews him, they ask him about the past with Rockefeller, Jay-Z, and he gets mad that they ask him about the past, but it feels like he's still there. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, it feels like his energy is still there because I feel like at this point you have the audience. If you really wanted to create it, you have the resources necessary, But again, you want to do everything on your own. You need to be the boss of everything, and it's kind of holding you back from creating something new.
Malcolm, it has held us back
Yeah,
as a podcast.
touche,
Right?
touche.
Because when you enter into those rooms of that level of sponsorship, I'm not saying you always got to touch your toes. I'm not even going to go there for all of that.
Yeah.
It's still a level of game that must be played. So
Touche.
your knowledge of things has to be tapered by your ability to read the room, right? So Dame Dash, he acquired the knowledge he needed while he was in the room.
Yeah.
Now, to stay in that room, you have to play a 3 and 4 dimensional level of chess. Can't be you make a move, I make a move, I'm coming for your head moves. Because the room has multiple layers to it. There are people that they throw out in front of you to see how you respond and how you handle that. So, you know what I mean? And them reaching out and trying to do the distribution deal, I get all of that. The ones who survive, because do not think everybody who's in them rooms don't know the way the game is played. The spook who sat by the door is real. Some of those people know how to navigate both worlds in order to get deals done, but still maintain a certain level of integrity. So if you want to be the boss of all bosses, there are too many steps in the maze that you have to go through. Sacrifices, this, that. It's so much so that you could sit up on the top of that particular pyramid, whatever that pyramid is. But just to take his knowledge of what he learned and apply it on a lower level of people who are willing to support him, he still can make a great living for himself. But you can't make a great living and be the man and middle finger everybody in corporate America. I don't have a degree in business. I'm a thousandaire, and I know that. You follow what I'm saying? And so I already know if I wanna, hey, you know, I got my white person laugh. Hey, John, I got all of that shit down packed. If I need it, right?
Right.
When I used to go to Eli's school and he had all these, you know, I knew how to, you know, but it was just a temporary thing. You can't come in there on some, I'm running this because you're gonna hit too many stop gaps. It's just the way the game goes. Or you just ask the people to support you on the level you are and leave it at that. And so you can be your own worst enemy if your ego does get involved.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. I don't care what nobody say.
Absolutely. Your boy Doug, can you hate my peace, Kevin. What's good? Shouts out to you. Thank you for the super chat as well.
Peace. Yeah.
All right. I had something else to say in regards to that. It'll come back to me.
And this reasonable doubt is the beginning of everything. It's the one album that was the blood, the sweat, and the tears. It's 36 chambers. You know what I'm saying? It's the blood, it's the sweat, it's the tears, it's the we got big dreams. It's a certain energy alchemically that went into that album that may not have went into the other albums, right?
Yeah, and think about like the web. If you ever seen like the Rockefeller like web from everything that has spawned from that, and to not own that anymore, that's sad.
And remember, it's not just an album. Like I said, it's how connected we were when that album was made. It's the bricks that was moved. It's the moves that were made to put us in position. It was the narration of the story being told. It was, we don't have these things yet, but we're about to have these things. Right. And so I always speak about 36 chambers. I can hear that they were all in the same room, stinky feet, eating pizza, arguing with each other, battling each other. I can feel that. And then I can feel the other album, which was good. You know what I mean?
Really
but
good.
I could tell everybody had a little bit more money. Everybody had a little Benz. Everybody had their own agent. I could feel it and hear the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That first album always means something more emotional. So for him, it is his ties to everything that was, because it was the centerpiece for everything that became. And when you lose that, you lose everything.
Absolutely.
You know?
So, that's sad. Let's switch gears and go to the Olympics. So there was a lot of controversy today because it appeared that there was a trans woman beating up on a biological woman and made her quit in like 48 seconds, like hit her with one of the hardest right hooks I've ever seen in a woman's fight. And that was trending. A lot of people jumped out and were just like, yo, men should not be in women's sports. I can't believe the Olympics allowed this. Boom, boom. Then I started seeing whispers of her, of apparently that is a biological woman that in red. She was born female. She's in, what country is this from? What country is she from?
Talk about my trends.
That's what. Yeah.
Just want to smash some women out there.
From Algeria, and Algeria is very strict on transition and trans stuff. So like they not with none of that stuff. And this woman apparently just has a high level of testosterone because she was born intersex, and people can't understand that, and it's not trans. So it's been a huge controversy today.
Yeah, I did hear both sides of the story, and because I'm not there, I don't know. You know, I'm pretty sure they didn't go and look in her panties and go, box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She did hit her with some hard. That shit was like a haymaker, and so I'm not really sure of all the details. I know optically what it looked like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like you can't recognize disabilities from physically looking at them, I don't know. So I don't want to, cross the line and say, but people were in an uproar on both sides of that story. Maybe that's the way the women in that country, what country is that again?
Algeria.
Make sure you never go to Algeria, Malcolm. Don't. I don't want to talk about my transition. I just want to smash some women out there.
Yeah, I watched that clip. Again today because I'm just like, yo, South Park be on it, man.
Yeah, they be on that shit. They be on that shit heavy. So
South Park be on it, but so it was funny because there are certain times where you don't jump out with your opinion, and that's the universe kind of just telling you to just chill.
Right.
Because people who I've never seen speak about women's boxing ever, had a real strong opinion about this, and as they should. Like if this was a biological man who just transitioned and identifies as a woman now, beating up on a woman in the Olympics, like what the hell? But the fact that there's more to the story is just like, okay.
Yeah, but see, in the era in which you're out for clicks and bait and all that kind of stuff, you're trying to get out ahead of these stories early. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I peeped it. Malcolm has trained me to say, Dad, that story might not even be true. Like, I don't know if this story is true about that grandmother who was pulling into a handicapped parking space, right? And some kids jumped in front of her. And, they got out, 2 white kids, and went about their business. And they said Grandma waited 2 hours for them to come out. And when they came out, she asked them, are you handicapped? Nah, I ain't handicapped. And she pulled out the blicky and shot the white boy in both his knees, Obviously, he's handicapped now, with both his knees fucked up. Then she got in her car, and the police was coming, and she had a shootout with the police, and they arrested her and asked her what happened. She said, well, I got to get them before they get me.
Fake as hell.
You know what I'm saying? And I was ready to run with that story. And then I had Malcolm in my head movies going, Dad. Does that sound sound right?
When we first started this show, the stories he would put in the chat, I'm just like, it's no way that's true.
Yeah.
It's no way in hell that's true. And then we would look it up, or it'd be like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And they put more sauce on it. I was just like, yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
But that'd have been a great story.
Yeah, they said Grandma wasn't having it. They had a picture of her too, like, a picture up. I'm like, damn, Grandma, gangster. Like, you don't just be taking the parking spot, like,
Yeah.
And then I said, nah, hold on, Doc.
Yo, did we find out if the excerpts from the Kim Porter book true?
Now, that's another thing. A couple of people are reporting it, and then they said she had 2 and 3 people who had versions of the book. Maybe you got 40 pages, this one got 40 pages, or this and that, and so I don't know how true the story is. I don't know if some of that stuff is being planted. Could be planted by Diddy's team so that he can rebuke it quickly and go, see, this is clearly a lie. You don't know to what level this thing goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Tisa Tells is the worst. I can't even, first of all, she take 3 hours to tell a 5-minute story. You know what I mean? And so I may read the title of it sometime and be like, oh, that's what she's talking about. But don't necessarily mean that shit is true half the damn time.
Yeah.
Because today she had a title, Jay-Z is squealing on Diddy. And I'm like, oh boy. Here we go. Then she went into a whole spiel about her cooking and cookies and Oreo cookies and a whole bunch of shit. But I do think the Kim Porter thing, people speak from the grave, Malcolm. People do speak from the grave in their own way. And if she was, there's always been rumors of her writing. And Diddy was allegedly had her house bugged because he was obsessed with her. And so, if there's a loose end around here and there, you never really know. Because I'm hearing she had a burner phone too, and they can't find that, with recordings and other things. So you never really know,
Gotcha. Yeah, we spoke about Vybez Kartel a little earlier. We did. All right, you want to get to some more stuff?
Let's do it.
Let's get some more stuff.
I done hit the wrong shit. That's good.
So, Cardi B announced that she's having another baby. With
Okay,
Offset,
hold on. Let me
and
clap that up.
Yeah.
Life is good for Cardi.
yeah, and she is divorcing Offset
And
as well.
she's divorcing Offset.
And she's divorcing Offset as well. And I'm not gonna lie. When I found out she was pregnant, because selfish me, I just want the album. You know what I mean? And it feels like every time she's about to put out an album, she gets pregnant, and then she doesn't put out the album. She doesn't tour. And it's like, come on, man. So I just want the album from her because I like the last one.
No, I was talking to Mama Dot before the show came on, and Mama Dot said that's the only album she got out. I said that's the only album she has out, and I like the album too for a first time album. We're not gonna sit here and say she wrote any of that stuff, but I just thought she became the next wave of female artists that was entering into a very isolated market, so to speak. She came through with a flair, and but then you got to ask yourself, money only heightens who you are. Now, what do I mean by that, right? If you a sucker, and now you got money, you still a sucker. I don't care how you dress it up. If niggas was taxing you before, they're gonna always tax you, right? If her being a stripper and all of those other things was really about her trying to find herself and really wanting just a better life for herself. Guess what the money provided for her?
Yeah.
A better life for herself, right? A better life for her children and lifestyle. And because she doesn't seem pressed to make an album, like her ego ain't involved, she looking around like, shit, I got it good around here. I done spit out 2, now 3rd kid coming from this nigga. So he's locked up, still probably getting some residuals off my music. I'm good. And so that may be what we're seeing, sort of like with Eve, who put out an album or 2. Yeah. And then once you hook up with a billionaire and he opened you up to a whole nother lifestyle, it's like, well, shit. I mean, why would I be out here rapping, watching my back, and a no-fly zone? I got to check in. And why go through all of the industry? Because the industry is ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Industry is ugly, man. So if you get up, and I'm not saying that's what she did, but if you get up, it's like, man, listen, I'm up. Now the company might be like, look, we need another album.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we signed you for 7 albums.
Yeah, and
so you're in the hole.
She's assigned to Atlantic, and Lucian Grange's son is taking over Atlantic now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
What's
I don't know what that
happening to
means.
Lucian? He going to jail?
I don't know. He might be just stepping down. But I don't know.
Side note, I saw Clive Davis recently. He looked like he about to kick the bucket, B.
He looked like he's not long for this world.
He was like, they said, well, sir, what about Diddy? He was like, who? That nigga looked like he was about to die. So his shitty ass probably just gonna croak. And he gonna take all them secrets with him. Yeah. Trust me, them white people are not going down for that shit Diddy doing.
Somebody said you don't get rich off album sales. No, but rappers now, they get rich off endorsements and shows.
Right. And no, she getting rich off another nigga. I didn't say it was her album sales. It could be because of his album sales.
No, but she got Pepsi. She got Pepsi endorsements.
Yeah.
She got a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah,
she got endorsements.
She got big
right now,
endorsements.
She just got a she just announced a I think a Marc Jacobs deal today.
Yeah, I saw. So
you know what I'm saying? So
that residual money is way more than the album. The albums now, because of the 360 deal, really don't generate the artist any money. It's just a tool that gets you the Pepsi deal, gets you maybe on a big ass concert and some other stuff. Back in the days, your album sales was all you had and your show money. Now it's corporations rule everything around me. Cream, get the money. And then she got another nigga money, right?
Yeah.
Because she got 3 of his kids, right?
Yes.
That,
you can chalk that up.
Along with endorsements, the cost of living in Atlanta, they might have owned their home. Shit, she up. From the projects and high-bridge projects, pissy staircases. No, she up. Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
This is true. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. Get your questions ready. We're going to come back with a few stories and then get up out of here. All right, so we'll be right back.
Start that weekend.
Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the Conscious Community. Is that Conscious Community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, Notep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money, yeah. I like to buy a vowel, E and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy, I think. I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Guy.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot, you will walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these, new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Ho tap, no tap.
Yo, Artie, can I holler at you for a minute?
Oh, shit.
Pop's tripping. He want me to ask you for the money for that shirt. You know I wouldn't even trip.
What shirt?
The one I sold you. The one I've been asking you about. The one you got on.
Oh, this shirt. I ain't know you wanted the money, homie. I thought it was free. Let me go get the money for you.
I mean, because it's this blog. Me and my dad do Urban X and West. It's kind of like both ours. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. My Urban X shirt, punk.
And we are back.
We are back.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it always. Don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com. Get some of those Gathering of the Masters shirts. Get a bag. All that good stuff. Visit sendinginfinitegoddess.com. Visit turnanewleaf.com. Visit all that stuff. Oh, real quick. Also, if you are this is what I did for the School of Excellence. I put together a all-in-one cheat sheet guide PDF, in which I included 50 online businesses you could start for either free or $1,000 and start up if you want to. I put together a checklist for online business if you want to start it. I put together what else is included? Self-assessment. What kind of entrepreneur you are, self-assessment. I put together 10 books that you can read that'll help you along your way. I put together a whole list of tools and softwares that we use to run our business as well. It's all there. Go to schoolofexcellence.com. It's completely free. And yeah.
Man, you've been working.
Yeah. I've been working.
I like it.
Yeah, I did a video yesterday on how you can use AI to create a bunch of content. A lot of people who appreciate that. A lot of people who didn't even know what I do, and it was like, "Oh snap! I didn't know you could do that." Yeah. So that was cool.
Nice.
So
quick. Somebody asked me what kind of Benz I drive. I don't drive a Benz. I can't afford a Benz.
Odyssey drives a Benz.
Odyssey drives a Benz. I don't drive.
Odyssey drives a Benz.
I drive a Ford.
I drive a Malibu. Yo, it's so many people with Malibus out here in Delaware. Like everybody has one. Everybody. I don't know what
I guess it gets good on mileage or something down there.
Yeah. So let's get to some more stuff, guys. Before we get up out of here, get your questions ready. We're going to take some questions in a little bit.
If you bring me a copy of Hip Coca-Cola, will you? If I bring my copy, of course. Down to Atlanta, absolutely. Oh yeah, I will sign it for you.
Yeah, that'd be fine if you didn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, come on now, I'm gonna do that.
Nah,
for
I can't
you.
sign that for you, man. Chill.
Nah, son. You know what I'm saying?
Take that with you.
I charge $500 for an interview. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, buy two more, and I might sign one.
I might sign one. You know what I'm saying?
Sign one, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got you.
So, speaking of business, right? This is a lesson in business. Don't stop the thing that's working. So Nike apparently lost $25 billion in market cap as a result of some moves that they made. And one of the moves is that they cut a lot of their licensing agreements when it came to like their retailers, like Foot Locker and the Foot Locker stores and stuff like that. So they were trying to do a more direct to consumer
I
model.
remember when they did that. Yes.
Yes, they were trying to do a more direct to consumer model and lost a lot of money as a result of that. And from what I'm hearing is a lot of people on the board, a lot of people who are running the show now, they are real numbers based. They're trying to do everything analytical, very numbers, instead of, again, what's been working and what's been. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you do have to innovate, and I think Nike is a big enough company to where they could test. So to try to cut out the middleman like that was not a good idea.
Because the middleman was connected to the streets. Sort of like, even though we're talking about a different subject, when George Steinbrenner died from the Yankees, right? Mm-hmm. And his sons took over. His sons are number crunchers.
Yeah.
And this is why we haven't won a World Series in 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, where dad would go, who popping out here?
Yeah.
Who the best pitcher?
Pay him.
Who the best hitter? Pay him.
Yeah.
And bring it in the seats, and then we win, because he was obsessed with winning. And so sometimes you play this number game and think people are gonna come directly to you. People had a relationship with Foot Locker. Yeah. People had a relationship with these other places, and by removing that and make people have to go to you, it's sort of like Malcolm. When we left YouTube and had our own cable channel. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
We had our own, we said, listen, we could curse, say what the fuck, pussy, everything. Because we got our own channel, and we opened the floodgates, and we sat, and we waited, and we waited.
And we waited.
And we waited, and nobody came. Because it took us a while to realize they were used to YouTube. We tried to go direct to consumer, even though we still have a membership, which we can do that. But the majority of the people, they just like YouTube, man. And so this is where they want to see us. And we tried, and we failed. Yeah. Then we had to come back with our tail between our legs.
Act like nothing happened. Like, hey, guys, we back.
Hey, we miss you guys. We back.
We back. Facts.
So Nike on a grander scale, these are just
tried the
business
same
lessons.
thing.
You know, same thing.
Just tried the same thing.
Yeah.
So crazy. And you know what's crazy too? Because even like the Nike website, the Nike apps and stuff like that, terrible. Like people be trying to get sneakers and bots buy them, and it's terrible. So they, that wasn't a smart move.
Wasn't a smart move.
Wasn't a smart move. It wasn't. So, all right, Jay Knight, man, you say the same thing and you never email me, bro. I be dealing with other people's memberships. You never email me. Email.
Stop playing, Jay Knight, man. We get you hooked up.
Yeah, I got you. Let's get some more stuff. I'm hearing R. Kelly. This was from TMZ. R. Kelly said that his crimes happened a long time ago, and they should be barred due to the statute of limitation.
I don't know how he gonna ride on that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. I mean, but when you listen, Malcolm, when you got a lot of time and you in jail, you might as well try that shit. You know what? I was fucking with them girls. They're adults now. You can't. You might as well throw it all out there. Yeah. He's gonna spend the rest of his living life.
Listen, I thought the same thing about Vybez Kartel. He's out.
Yeah, but that's Jamaica. Wasn't he in a Jamaican prison or something?
Bro, Jamaican jail. Yo, listen, that government is.
That's what I'm saying. No disrespect to my Jamaicans. I love y'all.
I mean, like, they tough.
They tough, but corruption is corruption.
Yeah, true that.
You know what I mean?
True that.
You know, so.
This is true. Okay. All right.
And that's across the board. America's corrupt too. It's just a bigger corrupt system.
Yeah.
You know, you get one of them third world countries where, you know. Yo, side note, I don't know where I saw it. I saw this on YouTube. They said one of these prisons in Colombia, one of these countries, you never gonna leave there. When you go there, and I saw the prison.
Yeah.
Dude, you go in that joint, you ain't coming home. It's nothing but gangbangers in there. The whole prison. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched, I forget what season that was of Lost, and they ended up in one of those prisons in another country, and like the prisoners ran it.
Yes.
Like the cops just kind of throw you in there, close the door real quick, and
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's your ass. So make sure you read the brochure when you on your way to one of them countries. What's the laws? Okay, because if I fuck up here, that's a wrap.
That is a fear of mine. Like oh my God.
No.
Absolutely not.
Jeez.
Absolutely not. Did you see them racist folks in Nashville heckling those kids? No. What were they doing?
I did call them the nigglets or something and all of that. I think the kids were selling candy or something. I'm not sure what it was. This is America. Come on, guys. Did you hear about the Crocs owner, though? The owner of Crocs was arguing with somebody and called them the N-word with the hard R. And so now there's a campaign to cancel Crocs.
Oh, no.
Come on now.
Oh, no.
Listen, I like my Crocs. My daughter buys
I like
me
my Crocs too.
Different flavors of these.
Well, we'll get the fake ones. They cheaper anyway.
And then I'll be like, well, did he really say the R word or Yeah, so that's what they're saying.
No.
Yeah. Facts.
This is comfy, guys. What you want? Dad and Malcolm, did you see the video where Sloan Bella did a video on Julio that Snoop Dogg put the hit? Whoa, I didn't hear that. Why would Snoop? What does he have to?
Well, listen.
He's in Florida, like he's in Jacksonville. Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know about these people. I'm Sloan Bella. Sometimes, again, you got to take all of that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
She's channeling whatever the hell she channeling. Sometimes she's on point. I will give her that, but sometimes I'm on point. That don't make me a psychic. You know.
Okay.
They said Crocs are for lazy people. Yeah, when I'm just chilling,
Nah, you got to put them in sport mode.
Nah, if I put them in sport mode, I might as well wear some goddamn sneakers. Yeah.
This is true.
I wear my shit in lazy mode. But dudes who come from prison to tell you, nah, son, because what happened if a fight break out? Yeah. I'm 56 years old. If a fight is breaking out for me, first of all, I'm going to have to warm up. I'm going to have to ask you how your family doing. You know, let me stretch. And then we can square up and fight. So those days are gone.
Peter Gray. Speaking of prison, what did you think about the hostage? Yeah, so there was a prison swap between Russia and the U.S. that just happened recently. I think a journalist, a veteran, and somebody else came home from Russia. I don't know.
And who do we have to send back?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just saw, like, as we were coming on, like, I just saw something about it.
Okay. Well, we'll address it in more details on Monday's show because I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah. Because like there's always something with those kind of moves, especially like who we gave up. Like when we gave up like the Merchant of War, Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner.
And then I heard she kneeled during the national anthem at the Olympics or something. I don't know how true that is. And they're like, bitch, didn't America just get you out of a Russian prison? But you supposed to be on your feet, both hands in the air, saying, God bless America.
Yeah, Brittany Griner's confused, though, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I ain't going to lie, if they brought me home from a Russian prison, I would be an American dignitary. Shit.
Absolutely.
I'd be wearing the flag and shit, you know?
Did track start yet for the Olympics?
I don't think so. Or I'm not hearing nothing yet.
Because I know that the Jamaicans, because today was their Independence Day, Vybez Kartel's back home. I know they're about to be
They about lit. To be litty.
My man said Jamaica might sink when Vybez throws his first concert back.
Oh, yeah.
It starts tomorrow.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Got you.
But I got my girl, what's her name?
Shikari?
Jakari Richardson. I'm gonna roll with her.
All right.
And her team, yeah.
So
she got her life back in order.
So all right, so the real fast Jamaican one, I think her name is like Shelly Ann. I think that's her name. I thought she's not running the 100 meters. She's just gonna stick to the 200. So I think Sha'Carri might take the 100 then.
Okay, because
even though Sha'Carri's beaten Shelly Ann before.
I don't want to get this confused. My best friend growing up, Gary Grant, I think that's his granddaughter.
Oh.
Well, not his granddaughter. I think that's his brother's daughter.
Niece.
Yeah, that's his niece.
Yeah.
Why am I running around the block with this shit?
Yeah.
I think that's his niece, or one of them girls on that team is his actual niece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will talk to him and find out which one it is, because he was fast as shit back in the day. Like I'd get on base, like bing, I'd run the first and shit. This nigga be on second base. He saw a double in everything. Oh shit, the nigga. He was, and all them Jamaicans was fast. All my boys, they just, I don't know what it was, man. They was fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if, his niece,
They're telling me Shelly, she 37. Okay, all right.
She's 37 years old?
Oh, yeah, so she's probably, Sharika Jackson, I think. She's fast, too. I'll keep it up a little bit,
Okay. All right.
All right, so a couple more questions. I guess we out, man.
Yeah.
I guess we're out. So I heard a rumor, I've seen some screenshots, that Google seems to be helping Kamala Harris, because if you look up her name and then you let the auto stories kind of like populate, it's all good stuff.
Yes.
And then if you type in assassination, right, and you let it populate, it doesn't say Trump, or assassination attempt, it doesn't say Trump in anything. So they're kind of burying that story, and they're burying other stories as well. That's what the rumor
That's what the algorithms are for. You know what I mean? They can do whatever they want with those algorithms.
Fascinating, man.
Fascinating stuff. Yep.
Yeah,
Malcolm,
that's what I saw Patrick
a story
David. Yeah.
That they're using sound vibration now to put out fires. Now, I read the report. This is not spam. This is not the guy. He created this device, two guys, and it's a fire going, and they put this device to it and puts out the fire, because everything is vibration and frequency.
Right.
Now, they're going to come across as if this is a new technology. We know all of this technology is old. So keep an eye. Look up the report, guys. Keep an eye on those two young guys. There's two young guys. One look Asian, one look black. And they've perfected this. It's a handheld device for now, but it's the prototype for the stuff that's coming. And so we know our government has sound weapons, that heat weapons that send out microwave heats, and they have a lot of technology going on. So soon, this may help put out fires, which I think will be a great thing.
Yeah, what else can it do?
Ooh, that's the question.
That's the question, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the $1 million question.
What are your thoughts on the stolen election in Venezuela? I heard about that. So it's actually funny because, like,
somebody said that's a video from 9 years ago. See? There I go doing that shit. See? I just saw the story, and the shit is from 9 years ago. God damn it.
That's funny.
Well, don't believe anything I say. Just kind of roll with it. Check my
The
work.
Venezuelan election, I've been reading about that a little bit, and it's funny because, like, our politicians can see what happened there and go, that was stolen election, that was fixed. And then they could see, like, a mirror situation with our stuff and not see it at all.
Yeah.
It was the most safe and effective election, whatever the hell terms they use.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I believe it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out too. To be honest,
I don't believe any of it is real. It's all fake.
Exactly. Noah Lyles. I don't like him. He's annoying. That's the track guy was just like NBA. How y'all the world champions? Y'all the world champions of the U.S. I don't like him. He's annoying.
Yeah. Forget about him.
He's annoying. But he's fast. But he keeps calling himself the fastest man in the world, and I'm just, I don't know.
Can we
Joel
get some likes? Can we get some likes, guys?
I asked about the Venezuelan election on Monday. So, listen, man, I've been trying to keep up on a lot of stuff. Sorry about that. Judge Joe Brown went in on Kamala Harris.
But he's been going in on her for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's probably knows more about her. But none of that stuff is going to matter, guys. So, I mean, it didn't matter with Trump when he was taking out full-page ads on the Central Park. None of that stuff mattered. They all hung out with Trump. That was their boy. They all made rap songs about him. Now they don't. Y'all got this thing confused, man. This has nothing to do about ethics and, none of that. This is, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
All
right. So with that being said, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Do one of them. We'd appreciate it.
Please make sure you're still subscribed.
Please make sure you are still subscribed. We'd appreciate that as well. We will see you guys on Monday.
Get this merch. I know
ShopUrbanX.com.
I know it's the first. You got your money. Wait a minute. I got a few dollars in my purse. How are they going to send it to me? I don't know how to use the inner thing without that young people can tell me about it. Yeah, so get you a nice shirt.
Jay Nightmare, email me, info@urbanx.nyc. We appreciate it. And yeah, we will see you guys Monday.
Peace.